You clicked on this video for a reason. You are looking for an edge. In the next 12 minutes, I am not just going to give you an edge, I am going to show you how to sharpen it until it cuts through social noise, allowing you to improve your manipulation skills by 189%. This is the kind of knowledge that can only be shared with those ready to wield it. Because if you do not understand these tactics, others are already using them on you. Every day, in every interaction. This is not about parlor tricks. This is about understanding the hidden architecture of influence, the silent levers that control human behavior. Most people move through the world blind, reacting to invisible forces they do not comprehend. You are about to become the one who sees. I am going to break down 5 core strategies, the kind of knowledge that shifts you from a passive observer to an active psychological tactician. By the end, you will not just see the game, you will understand how to play it. You will recognize the threads of control and know exactly when to pull. This is about gaining the strings, not being manipulated by them. Ready to upgrade your operating system? Let us begin. Tactic 1, the chameleon's cloak, mastering mirroring. If you want someone to trust you, stop being yourself, start being them. This is the first principle of unseen influence, a psychological maneuver as old as human interaction itself. It is subtle. It is powerful, and it works because it bypasses the logical mind and speaks directly to the subconscious. Most people believe trust is built on shared values or a long history. They are wrong. Trust is built on familiarity. Ever met someone and felt an instant, almost unnerving click? They finish your sentences. They echo your frustrations. They laugh at the same awkward moments. You feel a strange sense of connection and almost immediate rapport. That is not fate. That is mirroring, executed flawlessly by someone who understands the deeper currents of social engineering. Think of a master car salesman. He does not lead with a hard sell. He sells reliability. If you are quiet, he becomes calm, his voice dropping to a low, measured tone. If you are excited and energetic, he raises his tempo, matching your enthusiasm. He calibrates his breathing to yours, subtle shifts in posture, even mirroring your hand gesture. He is not just agreeing with you, he is becoming a version of you. Why? Because we are wired to trust what feels like us, what feels like home. When he finally pitches the car, the logical defenses are already disarmed. The deal lands because you feel safe. You feel understood. He has become your reflection, and your subconscious has already given its silent approval. People do not buy cars, they buy connection. This principle extends to every interaction. To build rapport, to gain compliance, to dissolve resistance, you become their reflection. This is why people trust what feels familiar, not what is real. The fastest way in. Become their reflection. Observe, calibrate, reflect. Watch their micro-expressions, their vocal pace, their physical energy. Then subtly match it. Not perfectly, not overtly, but enough to create that subconscious echo. Watch how quickly their guard drops. Watch how they open up. That is your opening. That is the moment they become receptive, willing to listen, willing to be influenced. Tactic 2, the pressure point, engineering emotional leverage. People do not change when they hear facts. They change when they feel pressure. The human mind is a complex machine, but its core programming is simple. Avoid pain, seek pleasure. And in that primal drive, pain is a far stronger motivator. You can't present someone with every logical argument, every compelling statistic, every rational reason to change, and they will nod, agree, and do absolutely nothing until you make them feel the cost of inaction. Think about a dentist ad. They do not just say, flossing is good for you. No one reacts to that. Instead, they hit the pressure point. They say, still ignoring that dull ache in your tooth. That's not just discomfort. That's the clock ticking down to a root canal or worse. That's missing work, losing sleep, the constant throbbing reminder that you ignored the warning signs. Notice how your stomach just clenched. That is the power of an emotional hook. Our brains are wired for survival, not for perfect logic. We sprint away from pain much faster than we stroll towards pleasure. We will endure discomfort to avoid suffering. This applies directly to conversation and influence. If you want to move someone, identify their hidden pain point, the unspoken fear, the quiet frustration, the simmering resentment they have been ignoring. Then amplify it subtly. Bring it to the surface without judgment, just observation. Say something like, sounds like you are tired of being the only one who puts in the effort here while others just coast by. Or it must be frustrating when your ideas are overlooked. Despite your dedication, then, silence. Let that unspoken frustration hang in the air. Let them feel the weight of it. That is the pressure point. Once you have created that internal discomfort, you then show them a clear, immediate path out. Your solution becomes the only logical escape from the pain you have just highlighted. They will not just agree, they will actively seek your guidance. The brain avoids discomfort faster than it chases logic. So pressure first, then direction. Identify their deepest, most unacknowledged pain. Amplify it with calm precision. Then offer your solution as the only escape. They will take it. Tactic 3. The vanishing act: manufacturing desire through scarcity. We do not chase what is available. We chase what disappears. This is a fundamental law of human desire, exploited by master manipulators and savvy marketers alike. Abundance breeds complacency. Scarcity ignites obsession. The human mind is wired to value what is rare, what is difficult to obtain, what might slip through its grasp. The moment something or someone becomes freely, constantly available, its perceived value diminishes. Remember the friend who triple texts you back in seconds, always available, always agreeable. You take them for granted. Their presence is a given. You might even forget to reply sometimes. But then, think of the one who suddenly went radio silent for a day, or a week. Their name lives rent-free in your head. Why? You start wondering. You start craving their attention. You become the one chasing. It is not about them, it is about you. That is scarcity in action. It triggers your fear of missing out, your competitive drive, your primal need to acquire what is scarce. What is rare becomes valuable. What withdraws creates desire. You can actively manufacture this desire. In your next group meeting, your next social gathering, your next significant interaction, do not be the one constantly talking, constantly contributing. Make 1 or 2 high-impact, insightful contributions early on. Deliver something profound, something that makes people think. Then lean back. Go quiet. Observe. Allow others to fill the silence. Notice how the group's dynamic shifts. They will start trying to pull you back in, seeking your input, even asking direct questions to re-engage you. You have just manufactured your own value. Your silence becomes more powerful than their noise. Your absence creates a demand for your presence. When you disappear strategically, people do not forget you. They crave you. Control your availability. Create perceived scarcity in your time, your attention, your insights. Make yourself a prize, not a commodity. Watch desire follow. Tactic 4. The narrative flip: seizing control by redefining reality. The person who defines the conversation controls it. Most people spend their lives reacting to the frames others set for them. They enter an argument, a negotiation, or even a simple conversation, and they accept the established rules, the unspoken boundaries, the predefined issues. This is how they lose before they even begin. The one who controls the frame controls the context, the interpretation, and ultimately the outcome. Ever been mid-argument, feeling like you are winning, making solid points, then your opponent calmly says, "Hold on, that is not even the real issue here. The real problem is X. Let us talk about that." Suddenly, you are backpedaling, defending a point you did not even know was on the table. They did not win the argument, they hijacked the entire frame of the conversation. They changed the playing field, and now you are playing by their rules. This is not about debate, it is about neurological redirection. The frame is the lens through which information is interpreted. Control the frame and you control perception and therefore the outcome. You can do this too. When someone asks a loaded question or pushes their agenda or tries to put you on the defensive, resist the urge to react within their predefined boundaries. Pause. Do not answer their question directly. Instead, reframe it. Rewrite the question entirely. Shift the focus from their accusation to your objective. For example, if someone asks with an accusatory tone, "Why were you late for the meeting?" Instead of defending your tardiness, you flip the frame. You might respond calmly, "Let us talk about how we can make up for the time we lost and ensure maximum efficiency going forward." You are no longer explaining your tardiness. You are leading the discussion on efficiency and future solutions. They are now reacting to your frame. You have taken the lead. Do not answer their question. Rewrite the question. That is how you take the lead. When challenged or put on the spot, resist the urge to react within their frame. Pause, reframe, redirect. Watch the power shift. Grand strategy: the pattern interrupt hijacking behavioral loops. Every person you meet is running a behavioral program. Once you see it, you can hijack it. This is the master tactic, the grand strategy that underpins all other influence. Most humans operate on predictable, unconscious loops, conditioned responses to specific triggers. They are like video game characters running pre-programmed routines. You press a button: rejection, approval, doubt, and they run the same emotional loop, the same behavioral script, every single time. Most people are completely unaware of their own loops, making them easy to predict, and therefore, easy to influence. Think beyond simple button mashing. This is about recognizing deep-seated emotional loops. The person who always needs to be right. The one who constantly seeks validation. The one who deflects any hint of criticism by playing the victim. The one who boasts to cover insecurity. Those are not just personality quirks, they are predictable, exploitable programs running beneath the surface. Your first job: observe. Do not judge, just gather data. What triggers their insecurity? What makes them defensive? What praise do they desperately crave? What do they do when their control is threatened? Once you map their loop, their go-to emotional script, you know their buttons. Now you feed the loop, then pivot. Let them run their program. If they need to boast, let them. If they need to complain, listen intently. If they need to correct you, nod. Let them feel seen, understood, validated within their loop. They are now comfortable, predictable, their guard down, immersed in their own pattern. This is not about being passive, it is about strategic patience. Then, when they least expect it, when they are fully immersed in their pattern, when they are emotionally exposed, you interrupt. You introduce an element that breaks their pattern, that forces them into a new, unfamiliar script. Ask a quiet, disarming question that cuts through the noise. When did you start feeling like you had to prove that? Or what are you really afraid of here under all that confidence? Or even, what would it take for you to finally trust someone? You do not manipulate by overpowering people. You manipulate by predicting the program they do not know they are running. The moment you expose their unconscious pattern, even to themselves, the power dynamic inverts. They are no longer in control of their reaction. They are now reacting to your insight, your observation. You hold the strings. You have not just outsmarted them, you have outmaneuvered their own internal programming. You have just downloaded the framework manipulators pray you never learn. Do not use it for noise, use it for power. You now possess knowledge that gives you a genuine mental edge, a blueprint for understanding and navigating the hidden currents of human behavior. This is not about control over others. It is about absolute control over yourself and your environment. You are no longer a passive observer in the grand game of human interaction. You are an active psychological tactician. You see the strings. You can choose to cut them, to pull them, or to simply walk away unshaken and unseen. The transformation has begun. If this message resonated, if it sharpened your vision, do not keep it to yourself. Speak. Leave your mark below. Tell me which tactic activated something in your system, which loop you now see running in others. I read every comment because this is not just content, it is calibration. And if you are ready to delve deeper, to access the next level of tactical intelligence, the hidden frameworks for psychological immunity and ruthless self-command, then check the pinned comment below. A vault awaits those truly ready to upgrade. The world will never be the same for you.